Alright, let's work through why it takes me so long to do everything. We got loaded right now. This is the new ECU map I want to flash on the Z car. Where we're hooked up to the ECU, plugged in. The car's in the on position. We've got a battery charger back here, the back right, little guy down there. Trying to get some juice up because you want to reflash at full voltage, or else it'll mess things up. Keep getting errors because I can't actually turn off my AC. You'll see the switch looks like it's on. Well, the car's on. It's sending a signal to run the blower, but I've pulled the fuses for the blower. If I actually turn this thing to the off position, it actually arms the auto because something's broken. So now you see it's commanding AC. It would be commanding the blower to full or whatever it will take to get me down to 6 degrees here. So set it at one of these lower spots. Turn the AC back off. Fortunately, 2 years ago, I actually ordered a replacement one of those things. Maybe it'll be the fix, but there's another control unit behind it that plugs in. And if that's broken, that's I think a $300 part. I'm not going to be buying that. So I'll have to jury rig it like everything. Other jury rig things are my, aux gauge panel. There's the water control, one on the far right. You don't know it, and you'll never be able to see it, but the back of this little bay, there's a override on the AC clutch so that I can turn off the air conditioner compressor if I want to. Nissan doesn't give me all the functionality I want. So with the blower motor out, you can see we're reading probably about 12.8 volts, so sufficient for the battery. The charger fluctuates a little bit because it's a trickle charger. Let's see if we can get this error message here. So we've got it set up like this to try to be able to flash the ROM. And uprev protects you from yourself, so too much battery load. Well, turning it off won't work. Obviously it doesn't respond to signal. If you look closely out here, I've got the hood up, and that little plug sticking out, that is the throttle body controller, because I have an aftermarket throttle body. It draws down a lot of juice all the time as well. So try to get that out to help out. It makes me think that the too much load is a result of the ECU seeing a command to turn the blowers on and not actually the fact that it's drawing the current. If it is drawing the current somewhere, it means I have a much different problem, and I would think I'd have a fuse blown. We're gonna take the dash apart, swap out the panel for the $200 part, not worry about the $300 part, then put it all back together, try to reflash, and hope we don't break any fasteners along the way. I'll check back in with you, and it'll probably take me forever. Talk to you later. This is the unit plugged into the back of that controller. It's a little white plastic box. Due to a variety of other modifications I've made to the car, it no longer sits in its little mounting cradle. It's kind of loose in there, which, after however many years, probably about 12 years since I made that modification, it'll cause a run out. There's the clip. A little bit of mechanical damage to the ribbon that connects. I don't think that's the problem, but who knows? Okay, back. New panel's in. Looks like it's working. Voltage still looks like high 12s. I don't know. The charger's still hooked up. Maybe it shuts off, even though the light's still on it. Maybe it shuts off whenever the car's powered up and sees a current draw, so it doesn't accidentally, run the house current through the battery during an engine start. Who knows? Maybe I should hook my power supply up to the battery sometime and give it some real juice. Got the tuning map loaded back up in the ROM editor. It's called Osiris. So the whole point of this is to get it to be able to spit fire. So let's see if it takes. And there it goes. There are all these warnings from uprev. If anything happens during the charge or during the reflash, that you're going to brick your ECU. You can see it's commanded the cooling fan on for some reason. Always does that. A lot of current draw. We're down to 12 already there. And then get some directions. Turn off the car. And I think it'll have me turn it back on to make sure that it took. Or maybe not. All right. Well, let's see if I can blow up the engine now.
All right, we're back. It looks like the flash did take. I went out and drove it around. It's not shooting fire. One thing you can see here is I raised the idle RPM to 1,000 in that flash, which is different. And then I had already raised it by a few hundred RPM to help stabilize it because the engine's not running great, of course. So now we'll go over here to this cipher where it has a real-time idle adjust. So we'll just set it back to the actual target for the ECU, and I would expect to see it start coming down. Maybe not. Maybe we'll try it again. Maybe I just discarded the changes. Yeah. So we'll set this down back to 0. You can actually hear the engine already slowing down. Still not exactly 1,000. That could be due to a lot of other things. The throttle body may not be calibrated. The ECU may still be relearning the air conditions. Either way, flash did take, which is good news. The fire did not come out of the exhaust pipes like I was hoping. So we'll have to go work on that some more in the future. Thanks for watching if you made it this far.